What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to a new video, and welcome to the part 2 to the AuCar radio install, which this portion or this video is going to be all about some of the functions that the radio does, and basically how to use them and how to, oh, I'm sorry, I got y'all in a bad place. Basically how to set the radio up and kind of get you on your way and get you started and kind of show you a basic way how to maneuver yourself through the radio, and it's some of the cool functions that it has. Now, what I'll say right up front, the radio, it's pretty pricey, but for me, right now as it stands, because right now I got to spend a little bit more time with the radio, you know, put it through its paces and stuff like that, and try stuff out, see how it works from day to day, make sure see if I have any issues or any course. If I do, I will let y'all know, I promise. But for right now, I think it's worth all the money that it costs. I mean, right now I think it's like $1,059 for it. And also you can use my discount code. That's just $50 off discount code. If that changes, I'll let you know. But for right now, that's a discount code, and it's MoJo Ninja $50 if you want to purchase the radio. But for me, I think it's worth the money because it does a lot of stuff, and it still does even more. But like I said, we're gonna go through that in this video. But another thing that I want to touch on is, you know, I get weekly updates on how the channel does from week to week, and I noticed the last week I had like 940 something views to the channel, but the channel is sitting at like 658 or something like that. Hey man, and I have heard of some things on YouTube, and other YouTubers having issues with people. You have subscribers, then the subscriber count goes down. It's like YouTube has been unsubscribing people for some reason. So if you are subscribed, make sure that you're still subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, man, it don't cost you anything, man. Subscribe to your boy, support the channel, because I got a lot of stuff planned, but I'm really wanting our audience and our community to be a lot bigger before I really start getting into it. But hey, give your boy a shot, man. I won't let you down, man. I got some good. If you're learning anything, or if I'm entertaining you, I say something goofy and I make you laugh at me, hey man, please, that should be deserving of a subscribe hit, baby. But let me quit messing with y'all, dog. Let's get into the video, man. Get in the car and let's see what's going on. So now when you're starting everything with the radio, man, if you want to set like your date and your time and stuff like that, everything's going to start from your settings. So let's leave it. First of all, before we do that, let's like the screen responsiveness of this thing is it's really good. So there's really hardly any lag in there. It responds really well to your screen. It's a pretty sensitive screen. Now you can change your brightness level with the little sun icon over here at the top. You can make it brighter or darker if I needed to. And a lot of the other things that you're going to set as far as the basics of this thing is going to be in the settings. So in settings, you have like, you can do your equalizer, you know, in general. This is where you want to start at. Now I'm using the modern style for my home page, but if I click on that, like I said, it's the voice controls are ridiculous on this thing, so we're gonna get into that. But you can change that from modern to classic, and then let me show you what the classic screen looks like. So there it is. It looks like that. And then we go back. Well, everything on the classic setup is right here. You have everything up here at the top that you can scroll to. It has you a lot of quick activating things right here. But we're gonna go back to, went too fast. We're gonna go back to settings, and I kind of like the modern style better. So from there, your nighttime mode, as far as then this is all part of the CAN bus. It detects whether it's nighttime or daytime, and it sets the screen up, and you can set it on automatic. And right now the screen will turn white, but I don't want it to be that way because it's going to be harder for you guys to see it with this camera. So I'm going to leave it on night, that way then you can kind of see everything I got going on the screen. So at that point, you can change your time. You can set your time, and that's your year, month, day. No. Yeah, that's the date, and then that's the month. Is that no? That's not the month. Oh, that's the time. I'm tripping. Sorry about that. And then you can change your language, which you're gonna want to do that, and I change it to English. You change your units to the US. You know, you can do metric or US, but we're gonna go with US. And then you change your radio region to North America or wherever where you are. And then that's pretty much it for that part of it. And setting all of that up. Now in users, you can set your default map. Whatever you wanted to be on there, you can download apps on there and it'll go to that. If you want to put a custom boot logo in there, you can put that in there. I got to figure that out and probably put it on the USB and I'll load it up on here. App customize, you can customize how your back screen look, but this is if you have anything saved on there. So that'll work for that. And then your voice control, well, the voice can be Google. And if you want to have anything start automatically, whatever program you want that to do to start as soon as you turn the car on. But like you hold on to the screen, you got widgets and you click on there, and then all of these, you can pick any of these to be on your screen. Some of these, it's just not these. If you scroll it over, it gives you more. Like contacts, you can do that. Custom UI, you can change you can add any of these on there that you want. Like let's say if I wanted music on there, I would just hold it down. It'll put it on here, and all I got to do is just figure out where I want it on the screen and then let it go, and then there it is. Now, if I want to take that off of the screen, all I do is I just long hold it and slide it up to where it says remove, and it'll remove it off the screen. But I got the weather app on there, which you want to change. You can to change for it to go to wherever you're located at. You would click that button. You would go North America, and wherever you are, you could program it in here, and then you can use Fahrenheit or you can use Celsius in there and use automatic position, so it'll know where you are. All right, y'all, so now let's get into the AC functions. So the AC functions, now everything for the AC is on both sides where you can turn it on and off right here. And this is how you turn it on. This is how you turn your fan. You can raise your fan, to where it blows harder or softer. But you also have it down here at the bottom. So you're gonna click here, and these are your fan controls. So you got your dual zone. You can do that. This is how you turn it on. You can turn it on here, and you see that just came on, or I could turn it off here. Turn it on there. And then you can put it on auto. You can turn your defroster on. This is for your mirrors. And then this is for the inside. No, wait, is that for the mirrors? Yeah, that's for the mirrors, and that's for the inside of the car. Go right here. And this is how you change where you want it to go, either up top or at your feet, or you can take it off of that. You can control it on both sides here or there. If you got it on dual, all of that stuff can be controlled right here. And then like even right here, you can hit it right there. Or like I said with the knob, you can turn the knob up right here and it'll turn up those levels. So that's how your AC controls function. You can do it all down here on the touch screen, or you could do it here. Okay, y'all, so let's get into the reverse camera. I got to do all of this with the car on. So we're going to let that down. So we're going to put the car in reverse. And then this is the quality of the picture that you see right there. Now, with your stock setup, all you really have is just this line right here at the top. That one, and that one. That's, your green, yellow, and red. Those are stationary. They don't move. But with the CAN bus that's connected to the back of the radio to the car, it has this extra piece right here where it follows the steering wheel. If y'all can see it, I'm hoping y'all can see that. But it follows the steering wheel wherever you turn it. So it's turning out to the corner, back straight, that way. And I think that's really cool as an addition to that on the car. But that right there, that's for your reverse camera. You can see the quality of the picture is it's way better. All right, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is your equalizer and sound quality and stuff like that. So what we got here is DSP. DSP is where you get to your equalizer settings, or you can go settings, you can go to audio, and it'll have equalizer and sound gain. Sound gain is just what each one is going to be as far as for volume level. I'm gonna go back, but the equalizer. So for the equalizer, this is what we have. So it has preset modes in here already, but you can also create your own custom level. So the way I kind of got all of this stuff set up, and it's got it, you know, the number as far as the slider level of where you are, so you can remember it. Or let's say if I wanted to change this around, I can I could come up with a different pattern of how I wanted to set the equalizer up depending on my style of music. I can hit the save button. Once you hit the save button right there, you can either highlight either one of these, custom 1, 2, or 3, and then you press save and it'll save their preset. So like, let's say I change all of these like that. All I got to do is press my custom preset that I already have in here right there, and it remembers that, so you can save that in there. That way then you don't have to worry about having to reset your levels or anything like that. You can change it for different music styles. So that's a pretty cool feature. If you swipe it to the left, you got your hertz levels for as far as for your low pass, high pass, and your bass, and you get a gain for your bass as well. Swipe again to the left, and this is kind of how you can control your surround sound in the car. So this is basically the amperage level for each speaker in the car. To, you know, the speakers that are furthest away from you, you want to turn those up a little bit so that you can hear them. But for me, I just turned them up to 20 on all 4, and to me it sounds the best to me. This right here, if you swipe left again, this is just your balance. So you can change all of that if you wanted to as well. Now, as far as for the sound quality and how it sounds, if I had to compare it against the iDoing radio, the iDoing, it sounded good as well. It was, the bass was hitting exactly where I wanted it to, because, you know, I got I have the upgraded, kicker upgraded speakers in here. So the stereo, it sounds really, really good. But after listening to this radio, something about doing the equalizer on here, it was easier to set up. With the iDoing, I had trouble with getting the voices to come in there and be high enough to where the bass doesn't overpower them. But with this one, it's much cleaner sound. It's almost like the iDoing. It's like you have your hand in front of the speakers, if that makes sense. And then with this, it's all I can tell you is the in-car concerts be out of control. I just be hoping nobody be looking at me when I'm really going in. But as far as for how it sounds, man, to me, in my opinion, and it could be just how I set the other radio up, this one, it sounds much cleaner, more crisp than the iDoing did. All right, so now there's another feature that this thing has that's I think is super tight. And you can do a split screen on here. So now, let's say, close split screen. Oh, dang, we're gonna get into this thing does also have voice controls. We're not gonna talk about that yet. We're gonna get to that. But to do split screen, all I have to do is you hit the icon down here at the bottom. That's for split screen. And what you want to do is you press the little top part right here. Well, hold on. Let's go to right. Let's go here. So I want to pick that. You click that. And it asks you how you want to do split screen or not. You click the split screen, and then from that point, God dog it. From that point, you slide over and you figure out what other thing that you want to have on there. So let's open up maps. So we got maps opened up, and then let's close out of that. Let's go back to CarPlay, and then we're gonna do split screen. So we're gonna do this split screen with this. Oh well, and we're gonna do it with maps. So now we can do a split screen with the maps. So now I got my maps at the bottom and I got my Apple CarPlay at the top. So I can play my music and be able to see the map at the same time. I think that is a super cool feature. Now, when you want to get rid of that, we'll go to split screen, and then it takes it off of there, and it'll adjust and go back to where it's supposed to be. But that right there is how you do split screen on here. So you can pick anything that you want on here, any two things. You click that icon right here at the bottom corner on the right, and then you'll be able to like watch your maps while you're watching a video or playing your CarPlay, all of that. All right, so let's get into this since it keeps doing it every time I do it. This radio also has the feature of voice control. So we're gonna go here. So now You can tell it, and it gives you, let me see, if I go here, we go to settings. No, we're not gonna go to settings, I'm tripping out. Swipe up to get your apps, or you can hit the little butterfly right there and you'll see your apps right there. Top of service, that's what you wanna go to, the top of service app. And it tells you the key things you can say to turn on certain functions. That has a basic version, it has a standard, and then there's a pro. But it gives you the phrases you can say to actually control the voice control function of this thing. So we're gonna go back to CarPlay here. So let's say I wanna say next track. It'll switch to the next track. Or if I say play music. Well, let's play. Oh, no, we don't wanna play. And you can also say things like volume up, and it'll turn the volume up for you. So I think that's a really cool function on here as well. To have the way you can just voice activate it and all of that. It's pretty freaking cool, man. All right, so now let's get into like your radio. You know, car audio for your Apple CarPlay is gonna be the car audio right there. And that's gonna be for your Apple CarPlay. As far as for your AM, FM radio, it's right here, radio. You click on that and you pick whether you want AM or FM. Whoa. Dang, sorry about that. Whew, that scared the crap out of me. I wasn't expecting that. But to be on your AM, FM, you can pick whichever one you want. You can input your own frequency if you wanted to on there. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Let's take that off. All right, so now that is right here like this, the next thing you can do is if you want to program in a radio station. All you got to do is you just tap the screen, this window will roll up. And let's say you wanted to, you search for a channel just left and right. So you go that way, that way, that way. Let's say if I wanted to program this station into my radio, down here at the bottom, it says null on there. With everything that says null, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, And what I want to do is if I want that channel and I wanted to program into that button, all I would do is you just press the button and hold, and there it is. It's programmed in there. And that's how you kind of would set your radio stations and all of that. Now, there's another thing also this thing does. It's because of the CAN bus connection behind the head unit that talks to the car. If I open up the door, it'll tell me that the door is open and show me, which door is open. I think I'm like this, like I say, this radio is attached to the car extremely well, and it takes a whole lot of, it does everything you need it to do and then some. Okay, so now let's say you want to tether your phone. If you don't want to get a SIM card attached to this thing to where it has its own data and all of that stuff, because I don't want the extra bill. You can tether it to your phone's internet, or you can do it to the internet in your house if you want to do updates or look at anything like that. But if you wanted to do that, you can hit settings, and then from settings you would go to system, and then you go to network. And on network, you can either, and then this is even voice activated as well. I can say, turn on Wi-Fi. And now it's turning on the Wi-Fi. Now at that point, you will find whatever network is on your phone that's attached to, or you can, just as far as your home internet, you can do that as well. And put your password in, and it'll be tethered to there. And all you got to do is just say, turn it on. If you turn it on, turn on the Wi-Fi, it's gonna, it'll detect your phone, and then you could be on your data plan's internet if you're out and about and driving, or if you want to stream a movie or anything like that. That function is there for you as well. So all right, y'all, so for the most part, like I said, this is still just a week in, and I'm trying to do a whole bunch of things. Now I still do owe you guys the steering wheel controls, because like I said, with mine, they're kind of backwards. But when I talked to Eric, he told me because of how when my radio came, it was just set the way it was set. There are 3 different presets to be able to modify it to different cars and how they're set up from a CAN bus situation. So mine is just set wrong, and there's an update for that where I can kind of change the CAN bus controls for the steering wheel control. So I'm going to include that information on the next video because the next video, which is going to be the third video on this, is going to be more along the lines of if you have to update and how to update and the process to update the radio. Because mine definitely has to be updated, because what he told me is there's a recent update that just came out that I need to put on the car. So I'll put on the head unit. So I'm gonna put that in there, and then along with that, he's gonna walk me through the process of changing the steering wheel controls, programming those in, because there's a section on there on the radio to program it in there. And it looks like you can just, you press the button and you hold it to that, but it doesn't really work that way. It's set up through the CAN bus. So when we get to that on the next video, I'll show you guys that. But till then, man, thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for watching the videos, man. Taking time out to watch the videos. And also, I'll link, like I said, the link to their website. And on that website, for that link, if you scroll down to the bottom of the screen, it shows you all the attachments that you can add to it, where it reads, you can connect, there's the OBD2 reader, Bluetooth reader that you can put on there, to where you can see everything going on with the car and reset codes, see your codes, see different functions on there. But that's what we got access port for. But if you want to see other things, because you're limited to 6 on the access port, you can actually look at that on that car, but you just got to get that attachment, which surprisingly you would think it would cost a lot. I think it's like 25 bucks or something like that. 25 to 80 bucks. I know it's the DVR camera, because they have a DVR camera. So if you want to have a dash cam with a DVR built into it, it's like 25 bucks for that. You can attach that in there and it connects directly to the head unit. And then there's stuff in there for adding additional cameras, that if you want to add additional cameras on the car, that's what those other cable connectors were on the harness that came with it. If you want to connect that up on there as well. There's the OBD2 thing. There's quite a few things there, but if you look at the link, I'm gonna link it in this description as well. Scroll down to the bottom, you can see all the attachments that the head unit has, that you can, it does so many different things, man. And this is a pretty nice radio, man. And the thing I like about it the most is that it's different and it's not what everybody else has right now. But so far I have no complaints, but like I said, I'm just a week in. So I'm just trying to go through how to set the radio up, how it functions, and how to kind of navigate through it. That's pretty much what we did there. And if you guys have any other questions, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go over everything in the video. So anything you come up with, let me know, man. And then I'll do a short on how to do it, on whatever it is you asked, to try and show you guys how to do it. Or if it needs another video, then I'll create another video specifically for that. But y'all can ask whatever you want in the comments, and I'll help you out as much as I can. Again, appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching the video, man. Thank you for your support, man. Just keep that support coming. If you're watching the videos, man, and you're entertained, or you're learning something from the content that I put out, man, please, man, help me out and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, man, and it helps me out a lot. And it helps me be able to bring you guys more content and discounts and stuff like that whenever I can, because for me, that's the only way I feel like I can show you guys appreciation for how y'all support me and y'all help me, get through my days and doing this here, because this is just fun for me, and the fact that I can help people out is a plus. So giving y'all those discounts and stuff like that, and being able to get those for y'all, man, is a blessing. And I like to be able to keep doing that. But the more we grow, the more stuff I'll be able to offer, because then, we'll be a bigger name. We'll be able to do more, baby. But thank y'all. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and hit all, so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, fam, peace.